Hi guys, join me today as I teach you to make a little holiday napkin ornament. Alright you guys, so here's what we need for this week's project. I have a wood round. I've already pre-drilled 2 holes because we're going to make an ornament. I have some paper. I couldn't decide what color I wanted, so I'm just leaving myself 2 options, but I may change my mind. We have some holiday printed paper napkins. You can get these on Amazon. You can get them at your local store. I have some lightweight wire that I'm going to use to mount my ornament. Our double-sided sticky dots, because you know I always love to use those. You can get these at the dollar store. I have some Rafa ribbon. Is that how you say it? I don't know how you say it, but I love it. I use it all the time. I believe I have these on my Amazon storefront in my list. They look perfect to kind of finish off the ribbon. We need some scissors. Of course, we're going to keep our permanent marker, pencil, Bic pen, because I love it, around. Just a throwaway paintbrush and some Mod Podge to attach the napkin. And then I have my Just Art paint pens, to just make like a little extra piece that's going to go on top of it. Okay, so there you go. So what we're going to do is move some of this stuff out of the way a little bit. So these napkins, they're a little delicate, but it's no big deal. What we're going to do is you open them up and you kind of separate this white part from the printed piece. So that's what we want to do. Let's see how easy it is to get this off. It's proven to be a little bit difficult. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, every time I think I have it, it gets away from me. All right, here. Oh, wait, I got it. That is going to be the most challenging part of today's art project. Sometimes there's 1 layer, sometimes there's 2. I think this one has a second layer. Yes, it does. So we're just going to separate it because what we want, and just be really, 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 really careful with it. What we want is this printed layer. If you forget to peel this off, it's not that big of a deal, but the paintbrush might try to take it up, and then it separates once you get it wet, and you know, it's no fun. So you want to try to get it as good as you can. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut my napkin. I don't have the greatest pair of scissors here. These have been well loved in the studio. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. Alright, and then I'm going to take my Mod Podge. And you're just going to paint on a layer of glue. Just going to paint this on. I believe I have these wood pieces too in my Amazon storefront for the studio. And we're going to do these in the studio upcoming with the students. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on, and you're just going to kind of press it on there. You can always paint over it with your Mod Podge. Just be really gentle with your brush, very, very light pressure, because you don't want to really tear the napkin, but you do want to get it on there pretty smooth. And this Mod Podge dries pretty quickly too. See that? How cute is that? Don't worry about the edges, because those will come off once you go to peel it off. And so on the edges, you can just repeat the pattern. So I'm gonna trim a piece off on this side. And I'm just going to do the same thing here. How sweet is that? Same thing here. If it bubbles up in places, don't worry about it. You can just lightly put it down with your brush. Remember, we don't do fussy art here, so if I can teach you guys anything, it's just to really relax in your art process and just enjoy it. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's okay. Like, see, that little piece just came off in my hand. And technically, that's kind of what will happen once you go around the edges with it. So for this upper part, I think what I'm going to do is just take the top piece of this guy. And we're just going to go over this. Look, I didn't even get a long enough piece there, but that's okay. Have no fear. We can just cover that up. No one will know any better. All right. See how it just kind of comes off with your brush? Once it's wet enough, you can just kind of scrape it away gently with the brush. I'm gonna let that set and dry just for a little bit. It's all stuck to me. All right. So you see how far one napkin just went. I mean, literally, like if you're doing this in a classroom setting, you could get through this. All right. What I want to do is I want to cut some little strips of paper. I might need to grab my glue gun because I'm kind of on the fly deciding how to do this. So what I want to do is I want to kind of make a bow for the top of my little ornament. So these are going to be the wings, the tails of the bow. So what I'm going to do is cut one of my pieces of paper like a little thicker, just doing it in stripes, long strips, sorry. So these are going to be the tail of my bow, and I can even trim them toward the top a little bit. Okay, two tails. All right, and this piece, I'm just gonna kind of fold it in half. Let me grab my glue gun real quick, and then we'll come back to this. Just a second. All right, I've got my glue gun, thanks to the very handsome Mr. Hinkle. All right, so I'm gonna let that heat up. And so basically what I'm doing is taking it and just kind of meeting the two ends into where I think is the middle of this. And then once I get that, I'm just gonna put a little dollop of glue. Let me let that heat up just a little bit more. A little dollop of glue on this side, and then I'll do the same on this side. So there is the front of the bow. And I may even just cut like a little triangle from either side. Like that, to just kind of finagle it a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is on either side of the back, I'm gonna attach these tails. There. See that, guys? Making a little bow out of the paper. Alright, I'm just kind of fixing my little cut-ins here. Make them look a little bit more rounded. Same thing on this side too. Alright, and so for this piece, I'm gonna fold this one in half. I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner than that piece because this is gonna be the front piece. But I'm also gonna cut it shorter. So I'm gonna trim off probably just about an inch off of this one. And then I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm just gonna, tell you what, let me kind of gently fold this in half so I can kind of see where the middle is. And then I'm gonna put a little dollop of glue, same as before on either side. So there's that one. And then here's this one. And then I'm gonna kind of do the same thing where I'm gonna just cut like a little curve on either side to make it look a little bit more bowish. Okay. And then you can kind of get your fingers in there to maneuver it a little bit. And then we're gonna put a big dollop there. Oh my mercy, how cute is that? Our little bow. And then for the tails, you know, you can kind of bend it and maneuver it to make it look more bowish, like it has some more movement to it. And then, tell you what we'll do with one of our extra strips of paper is we'll make the little middle piece. Might need to have it be a little bit thinner than this. We're going to make the middle piece that goes inside. See, there's that one. My little piece of paper might be a little bit too short, but I'm going to work it. Because, you know, I'm one of those artists that has a hard time admitting defeat or changing my path once I have a thought. But look how cute that is. So we made a little bow. Alright, and what I'm going to do is come around here with my paintbrush. You know, I'm just gonna get this paper out of the way. And go around it with your finger too to... I'll just bend it back now, for now, so we can... Let's see... All right. While that is drying, let's see where my little holes are for my ornament. Right about there. I'm gonna cut some wire. So this is just lightweight electrical wire here. I just keep this around the studio or if I do door hangers or whatnot. And once this dries, we can kind of, there you go. Move that out of the way. All right, so now what we're gonna do is bend our wire up. And we're just gonna fold it around. I have some pliers here. All right, so that's gonna create our little hanger that'll help us connect it to the tree. Now that we have that on, I'm gonna attach our bow. I'll load that up with glue. I'm just gonna press that on and hold it. Once you get that on, you can kind of move your bow around to get it where you want it to be. Look how cute that is. All right. And here with this paper, what we can do is just cut some paper just gonna try to get like a little bit of an oval shape here. This would make for just a fun handmade gift for the holidays for someone. Okay. All right, so I'm going to kind of fit that in here. And let's see, I can do that. So you're going to take the name of the person you want to gift this to. I'm just using our last name. Just show for example. Go right on there. We can use our double-sided little glue dots. We can kind of stick it in the middle, attach it like that. You can always, while you have your Sharpie, sign the back of it so that if you give it as a gift, the person can have it. And then what I'm going to do is just get a few pieces of this Rafa ribbon. And I'm just going to attach that. It's just like a little extra happy side of my art piece. And you can decide whether to take this or leave it. You don't have to since we already have the bow there, but I tend to like to be a little bit extra when I'm doing stuff like this. Let's see here. So, all right, you guys, here we go. A little paper napkin ornament. We're a little happy for the holidays. Be fun little gift to give. You can customize it however you want to. You can add beads to the wire. You can add more ribbon. It's totally up to you. It'll just make like a sweet little gift. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed making this ornament with me today. I'll see you on the next episode of Studio Creative Kids.